Hey, my friends. So, we have been looking at New Year celebrations. Last week, you created artwork to show me how you and your family celebrated New Year's. This week, we are going to look at Chinese New Year. And one of my favorite parts of Chinese New Year are the dragons. So, the dragons are mythical creatures that scare away all of the bad from the previous year and help bring in all the good and the happiness for the new year. So they are a very important symbol in the New Year celebration. So we're going to go through drawing them. So my older friends, I'm expecting more detail, and we're going to talk about that with the scales, whereas some of my younger friends, we're going to stick with focusing on adding our color and our details. So to start with, on my paper, I understand you do not have a regular long paper, and that's fine. You are going to use what you have to draw. I'm just using this because this is what I've been using in school with my friends. So you are drawing on what you have with what you have, and we are going to work on these for 2 classes. This week, we're going to focus on getting our dragons drawn. So to start with, starting with a dragon head. If I put my hand down, the head is going to take up about the space of my hand, and I'm going to do it in 2 parts. 1, my head shape, and 2, the snout of my dragon, where all of my teeth and my nose are. I'm going to add a U shape on the side of my dragon's head. It does not look like a scary dragon yet, and that's okay. As we're turning it into a scarier dragon, you have 2 choices. You can add a second line to make 2 rows of teeth, or you can leave just the bottom and add the teeth here as the bottom of the mouth. We have our nostril here, because this is the snout of our dragon, just like a dog, where the nose and the mouth come out from the head. Because our dragons are in profile, we're looking at the side of them. What that means is we only have 1 eye. And because our dragons are mythical creatures, you can decide the shape of the eye. We are going to include the iris, which is the space for adding color, and then the pupil, which is the space in the center that opens and closes to let light in so we can see. Now you get to add your details. So you could add eyelashes. You could add different spikes around your dragon's head. It is up to you. This is where your dragons start to be more personalized. Maybe your dragon has horns or ears. Maybe we have some scales. So you are going to draw in your details. Remember, this time we are just focused on our drawing. Next, we're going to go ahead and draw the body. So we're going to draw the body in 2 parts. First, the back of our dragon, which comes out from our head and snakes all the way across. Because our dragons have very serpentine bodies, very snake-like bodies, they're going to follow through and come to a point at the tail. Once you have your dragon body done, we're going to add legs. Now, some dragons have wings, some dragons have legs. You may go ahead and add wings if you would like. I like to add the legs because it's a fun drawn detail. So as we're adding our legs, first, we need both sides of our leg because our leg is going to take up space. Then we're going to add the foot. And you can decide what types of toes your dragon has. Do they have claws? Are they lizard-like? It's up to you. So because hopping around on one foot isn't going to work, we need to make sure that we add our other leg. Now, do you want to add 2 more legs? So you have 4. Do you want 6 legs? It is up to you. Once you are done drawing in your legs, we're going to look at the backs of our dragons. Do you want to add spikes that look like fins? Or ones that look like dinosaur plates? It's up to you. There are all sorts of different details you could add to your dragon. Now, the very last detail we're going to add is going to be our scales. So here's where we're going to do things a little bit differently. My first graders, I want you to focus on picking a shape or shapes for your scales. They could look like snake scales. They could look like lizard scales. It's up to you. There are many different ways you can fill in with your scales. And when we add our color, it's going to be important that you have lots of scales on your dragon body. My 4th graders, you are going to draw in your scales and use some of our Zentangle designs to fill them in. Now, you may choose, instead of individual scales, to make patterns with your scales as they come all the way across, so they almost look like different stripes. And you can combine both of those. But I really want you to add a drawn element to all of your scales. Different patterns, different designs, and I will include the Zentangle examples so you have those to look at. So remember, today we are just drawing our dragon. You can go back and watch this video as many times as you need so you are comfortable with the steps. Yours are not going to look like mine. I just went through how we were creating the shape of the head, some ideas for different details. I want you to create your own drawn details as we're working our way through our dragons. Next time I see you, we're going to work on adding color, and we're going to be very intentional as we're adding color to our dragon, which is why we're doing this in a whole separate lesson. But I hope you guys have fun creating your New Year's dragon, and I will see you soon. Bye.